let you talk for 7 minutes and he didn't say a word.
I didn't say a word.
So allow him to do the same thing we allowed you to do.
7 minutes, but
He.
let me just can you give me understanding of what you
I'm
just
trying.
said?
I'm trying. That's what I'm doing.
Don't go to another. Give
But
me
see, okay.
understanding of Hebrew 8.
All right.
What you just
So
read.
everybody
That's what
listen.
he's
Everybody listen to this. This is how we've been taught to understand the Bible. Read a verse, make it mean whatever you want. But that's not how the Bible works. That verse is quoting. Another verse.
I got Isaiah 28.
Right? The book of Hebrews is quoting another verse. Let's see what it's quoting. Read that. Back into it real quick, right? So we was talking about gathering the people. We was in Ezekiel chapter 20, and basically what that means is the Lord gave us a similar to resemble what happened in Egypt, and He said that your deliverance from this captivity is going to be similar to how it was in Egypt, right? Now we don't know exactly how this is going to play out because they didn't know exactly how it was going to play out, right? They knew that a deliverer was going to come, but they didn't know where they was coming from or how they was going to perform that deed. And it's the same with us. We waiting on Christ. Let's get Deuteronomy 18 and 18.
I think I dropped it, man.
You good. Let's get Deuteronomy 18 and 18 and I'm going to make this point. And then I'll ask y'all if y'all got any questions. And then from there, I'll switch out.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 18 and verse 18.
All right.
I will raise them up a prophet from among their brethren, like unto thee, and will put my words in his mouth. And he shall speak unto them all that I shall command him. And it shall come to pass that whosoever will not hearken unto my words, which he shall speak in my name, I will require it of him.
Okay, now let's think about this. The Lord told Moses, I'm going to raise up a prophet like you unto your brethren. What did Moses do? He delivered the people out of captivity.
From their oppressors.
So who we waiting on? We waiting on a prophet like Moses who will deliver us out of our captivity. Right? What else did Moses do? Moses gave them a covenant and he gave them laws, statutes, and commandments. What did Christ do? He's going to give us a covenant, as we read in Ezekiel 20, where it says that we're going to be brought under the, he's going to make us pass under the rod, right? Because think about sheep. Sheep are walking and you're making them pass under the rod so they all stay in line. Right? So these are all the things that Christ is foretold to do. And we know that he's going to do it, but we don't know exactly how it's going to happen. So like when I say that, brothers would be like, oh, well, we know how it's going to happen. Brother, I got this precept. Can you draw it? If I gave you a piece of paper, could you draw what it's going to look like when Christ's going to come back? You can't. You can't. We can pull all the precepts together, but we still don't know. So we prophesy in part and we know in part, right? And we hold the faith fast until he comes. All right, so that's what we got. Do you have any questions as far as anything else? I was going to deal briefly with the Gentiles, but other than that, that's it. All right, all praises. Yeah, let's go ahead.
I was going to say, let's get them some laws that they can actually keep.
Let me get Numbers 15 and 38 real quick. Right? So this is why, I know y'all said y'all babes to the truth, but this is why we wear the fringes. If you look around, everybody got them on. I'm pretty sure y'all familiar with this. And we got the ribbon of blue. All right, go ahead.
All right, so this is the book of Numbers, chapter 15 and 38. Speak unto the children of Israel and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generations, and that they put on, and that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue. And it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it, and remember all the commandments of the Lord, and do them, and that ye seek not after your own heart and your own eyes, which after which ye used to go a whoring.
Right, so that's why we all wear the fringes. And you know, it's sometimes we think of things like this as the smallest commandments, right? But really, it's a big commandment. Like the Lord gave you something as a part of your culture, so that you could be distinguishable, so that you can, like we go to Walmart and we see other Hebrews in there, and they'll be like, hey, Shalom, you know, and the only reason he know that because I got the fringes on, right? So it's a community aspect. It helps us out in our communities because we can sometimes feel like we isolated, and You know, like I remember when I first came in the truth, I felt like I was the only person in my city. But when I started wearing fringes, people was popping up out of nowhere, like, hey, Shalom. Because that's how the Lord set it up.
Happened to me today, going to get the signs.
Look at that.
I like your fringes.
Right. Right. And so it's a cultural staple that further reinforces our, you know, our connectedness. All right. Now I want to hit Matthew 15, then I'm gonna jump down, right? Because we got to prove this point that we said earlier. We said that the Gentiles, you know, the Lord is not dealing with the Gentiles, so we got to hit that.
So this is
Matthew 15 and 21.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 15 and verse 21. Then Yahushua went thence and departed into the coast of Tyre and Zidon. And behold, a woman of Canaan came out of the same coast and cried unto him, saying, Have mercy on me, O Lord, thou son of David. My daughter is grievously vexed with the devil. But he answered her not a word. And his disciples came and besought him, saying, Send her away, for she crieth after us.
Hold up. So whoever this woman is, she's not an Israelite, right? Now Christ, you got to keep in mind, earlier in the same book of Matthew, Christ just walking around, somebody grab his garment and get healed instantly.
Right.
So this is a different situation right here. Like that lady who grabbed his garment, she didn't have to beg him. She just walked up and grabbed his garment and she was instantly healed. But this person right here is literally begging. And it's so bad that the disciples are like, yo, man, send this lady out of here, man. Why is she still following us? You know what I'm saying? Like, what we got to do to get rid of this heathen, right? And that's just how they felt. Now, did Christ turn around and say, don't speak like that? She's a child of God. He didn't say that, right? Keep reading.
Verse 24. But he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Come on, keep going.
Then came she and worshipped him, saying, Lord, help me. But
Hold up. Salakia. She came and did what?
Salakia, then came she and worshipped him, saying, Lord, help me.
So now she's begging and bowing herself to him in subjection. Right? Keep going.
But he answered and said, It is not meet to take the children's bread and to cast it to dogs.
Hey, so that's the point, right? It's not meet to take the children's bread and cast it to the dogs.
Right.
Because guess what? The children must be fed first.
That's right.
So he understands the priority that is set. And that's the same thing we've been teaching the whole time. The Lord has to raise the tribes of Israel first.
That's right.
That's why we come out here and primarily teach our people. If we see another nation and he walking around strung out, I don't got nothing to do with that. You see what I'm saying? I don't got nothing to do with that. Because guess what? When my people was strung out, when my people was doing this, y'all was taking pictures on Sunday morning after Sunday school, taking pictures pointing at people hanging from trees, man.
Right.
So why am I gonna turn around and give you that type of energy? We're gonna speak to you in a second, brother. So go ahead, keep reading.
Come on. And she said, Truth, Lord, yet the dogs eat of the crumbs which fall from the master's table.
Yo, now this was a clever remark. She said, hey, that's true. That's true. You do gotta feed your children first. However, right? She reasoning because she really need whatever she need, man. And sometimes, you know what? You know, a lot of Israelites will not speak so candidly like this, but you have to be willing. Hey, you see what Christ did? You got to be willing to follow Christ. Somebody begging you like that, yo, you're a light to the Gentiles. If you help that person out, man, they probably not going to have a bad report about you afterwards. At the very least, that person is going to walk away and be like, dang, I didn't expect that. Right? Yo, man, I need $5, man. All right, here you go. Right? It's crumbs. I'm still helping my people. But I'm going to do what Christ did, right? Keep reading.
Then Yahushua answered and said unto her, O woman, great is thy faith, but, Salakia, be it unto thee, even as thou wilt. And her daughter was made whole from that very hour.
Now, some people will say that that verse means that, see, Christ does love the Gentiles because he healed her. But when did it say that she was joined into the covenant?
Never.
It never said that. Me healing you is not joining you into the covenant, right? Bringing you in to be a ruler on the earth, man.
Right.
How y'all doing? All right? Y'all, all of y'all believe in the Bible? What's your level of belief? Very high? Okay. Would you consider yourself an Israelite? Thank you. Okay, good. Would you consider yourself an Israelite, or would you, or are you unclear on what that term means, or what is your national identity? I should say.
I'm not your nationality.
Look, as we're passing through, we're just listening to your teaching.
I know.
All right. Hey, so the point of what we're trying to bring out, right? And if you have any questions, just ask me. Right? So we're just teaching that the people of the Bible were scattered to the four corners of the earth, and they've lost their identity, and now they started calling themselves things like Romans and Thessalonians and Ephesians and Colossians. But modern day, if you trace the history back, those same people, they scattered into the furthest parts of Spain and Portugal prior to the slave trade, right? So let's say circa 1489, right? So we scattered to Spain and Portugal. This brother is real.
Right now.
My bad. I wasn't trying to get you. You see me? I'm trying to.
Hey, this brother righteous right here. I'm telling you. All right. No, but look. So we were scattered to the furthest parts of the earth, and we were kind of funneled into Spain and Portugal. These same people, and if you go into a museum now, you go into the Jewish section of the museum, the stuff you see there is from Spain and Portugal. Very interesting. Hebrew words, all of that. So then, I believe it's 1490 or 1489, they were expelled, right, from Spain and Portugal. And guess where they were sent? To the western coast of Africa, which is a place called Sao Tome. And 3 years later, the transatlantic slave trade started, which was transporting slaves from where? The western coast of Africa. Sao Tome, Nigeria, Igbo land, what they call Negro land.
Gold Coast and stuff, right?
The Gold Coast, the Ivory Coast, Benin, right? All of these places. And today, the so-called white man, the so-called Jewish man will tell you that the people in Nigeria are what they call black Jews. They recently came out with a publication from Haaretz, which is a Israel publication. And they recognize that the Nigerians and the so-called tribe of Igbo and the Yoruba tribe, that they're so-called Israelites, right? Like date back to the historic Israelites of the Bible. And that's where we was picked up and transported from to bring over here, right? That's why we sing songs like Kumbaya when we come over here. We don't know why we singing it, we just singing it. Come to find out, that's Hebrew. We say Kwam Yasha Allah, it means rise. Kum is the same word, rise. When you say Bayah, the Lord's name is Yahweh. The shortened version of his name is Yah, right? So when you say Kumbaya, you're saying rise and come by God. Like you're telling him to come by and save us.
Psalms 83 verse 1.
Psalms 83 and 1, right? And we can read that, right? Your enemies have gathered from the four corners of the earth, and their whole purpose was to cause you to lose your nationality. That was their whole purpose. All right? Go ahead and read that.
This is a Zonovan Compact Dictionary. Now, we didn't write this.
Right. Correct.
Jewish people put this together.
Right.
So let's read what Ham is, because when you go to church, they'll tell us that we might be from
Ham.
Ham, because Ham was the darker nations, right? So let's read the dictionaries, the Zonovan Bible Dictionary's definition. Okay. This is Ham, the youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood, and one of 8 persons to live through the flood. He became the progenitor, or the father, right, of the dark races. Watch this. Not the Negroes.
Uh-oh. Say what?
Not the Negroes. If y'all want to come and see that it actually says that,
so
I will show it to you.
When you read it and you read about Ham, oh, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, because y'all come and look at these signs, these slave signs. If you look on here, it says $1,200 for Negroes for sale.
Right.
It doesn't say Africans for sale. Then you know that the people that took us into captivity knew who we were. We knew that they knew that there was a difference between us and them.
Hey, my son just bought a book. It's by a guy named Aluda Equiano. You can go to the Black History Museum in Washington, D.C., and they have a big exhibit about Aluda Equiano. Aluda Equiano was a slave that was captured, brought to America. he escaped, or no, he either escaped. Did he escape or did he buy his freedom? He bought his freedom. And he told the story of his ancestors back in Africa, and they was Israelites.
Right.
They kept the Sabbath. They wore fringes. They circumcised on the 8th day.
Dietary laws.
Right? And he's in the Black History Museum. You can go right now and see him in Washington, D.C. Right?
Right.
They have a big exhibit about him.
So what's so important about the Israelites?
Okay.
Great question.
Go
Great question.
Deuteronomy 7 and 6.
Great question.
That's a beautiful question because listen, the reason the Israelites are so important is because as we're teaching here, a lot of our people, I messed it up. Hey, a lot of our people have been taught that that Jesus came to save everybody, right? Get Luke 1 after you drop it.
68.
Yep. We've been taught that Jesus came to save everybody. But let's think about the word save really quick. If you have a child and they're out here in a fight and you go save your child, did you save everybody? Or did you save your child, the person who was in danger?
Keep it according to the scripture.
Correct. That's what we're going to read.
Yeah,
That's what we're going to read.
yeah, okay.
Go ahead.
All right, Con. So this is the book of Deuteronomy 7 and
All right.
6.
Hold on, 'cause you got Manasseh. Okay, you got 12 tribes of Israel.
Yes, ma'am.
Ephraim and Manasseh, which is of Joseph, right? Okay. So then what happened to, there's Reuben. Where's Simeon? Simeon, Reuben, Simeon, Levi,
And
Judah.
this is a guide. This is not a 100%
So,
complete thing.
I see, where's Dan? Why do y'all not have Dan there?
Because we have no historical records of where Dan went. Everything we have historical records to back it up. So we believe that Dan will be one of the tribes in the kingdom.
But Dan is not listed in the book of Revelation, so I'm trying to find
Right.
out
He's
why
in
was he
Ezekiel.
not listed?
You're right. It's in the book of Ezekiel, though. It is.
I understand that
Right,
that
right.
is. I'm just trying to understand why was it taken out? Why was he?
There's different arguments amongst the scholars on that, but one of the general consensus is that the tribe of Dan, one of the consensuses that we actually hold to and that we think is true.
Who is the
I will have to bring up the commentary, our camp,
Okay,
how
okay,
we teach. We believe the tribe of Dan will be in the kingdom of God, according to Ezekiel, because that's the end time prophecy and it lists Dan. But we think that it's possible it was a clerical error when the scribes wrote the Bible, because this was translated out of Hebrew and Greek and many other languages. And so it's possible that that word is a clerical error and therefore the word Dan is not there.
Okay, so Dan
possible.
is missing. Okay,
Okay.
and so I see that Joseph, that's the other one. So that would be Dan and Joseph. And Joseph,
Correct.
the sons of Ephraim and Manasseh.
Correct.
Okay, so
Correct.
that's the only one that's missing.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
All right. All right. Okay, Con. So let's get Luke 1 and then what you was
Deuteronomy
holding?
7 and 6.
He got Deuteronomy 7 and 6. We're going to tell you why the Israelites are important. Go ahead.
All right, so this is the book of Deuteronomy 7 and 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Question. Honest question. Has anybody ever heard that verse in church?
What's the name of it?
It's
Say it again.
Deuteronomy
Read
7
it
and
one more
6.
time.
The book of Deuteronomy.
I understand. Read it.
Oh, okay. 7 and 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Hold on.
Okay.
Maybe that's just the Old Testament.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
That's okay.
Right? So let's get 1 Peter 2 and 9 real quick.
Yeah.
Con.
He know where we're going.
He already know where we're going. This is the book of 1 Peter, chapter 2 and verse 9. And it reads, but ye are a chosen generation.
Okay, first of all,
Hey,
hold on. Can I ask before you, who is he talking to?
1 second, sister.
Okay.
If you don't mind, right?
I don't
what,
mind.
What
I
we
just
what we
wanna
like to
know
do,
who's
we like to let the
talking.
whole. We don't want to interrupt the scripture. That's all. So when I
Okay, go
finish,
ahead.
And
then
we'll
you can
answer.
ask this brother a question. Yeah.
Okay, good.
That's all. All right. So let's read it again. 1 Peter 2 and 9. But ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, a peculiar people, that ye should show forth the praises of him who have called you out of darkness into his marvelous light.
Time. Okay?
Okay, so who is he talking to is my question.
Peter is speaking to Israelites in the Bible.
I will.
Scattered Israelites. He's going to show you that. Go
I'll
ahead.
read. I'll
Stay
read.
in Peter, but I want to know.
Yeah,
who
we're
is
gonna
Peter
stay in Peter, and then
talking
we're gonna go to the songs. Get that later. Somebody get that for me, okay? We're gonna stay in Peter. We're gonna go to 1 Peter, chapter 1, and verse 1.
That's
Okay,
right.
Good.
Peter, an apostle of Jesus Christ, to the strangers scattered throughout Pontus.
Stop. Hey, these are our witnesses. We were teaching earlier that the Israelites were scattered to the four corners of the earth. That's why that word is strategically placed there.
Okay, but
No,
also,
we're gonna show you.
but-
I'm just
okay,
showing you.
I'm gonna hear you, but also, weren't the people that followed and believed in Jesus, weren't they scattered also?
King, this is what I need you to do for me. What's your name, sister? I'm sorry. Pernicia? Okay, I'm Judah. All right, now I'm just gonna ask you give me one favor, because everything you're asking are great questions. They really are. So we're gonna go one point at a time. Let's get this point, and we're gonna lead right into where you're going. I promise you.
Yeah,
I know where you're going,
But
and
I
we're gonna lead.
understand you all are
So
trying to
just
make
just
a point,
allow
but
us
just-
allow us to do that, though, sis.
But make sure you tell me who they're talking to.
We got you. You
That's
gotta
what-
let
that's
us
what
do
we
it
do.
though.
That's what we
You gotta let us do it,
Okay.
right? Because we're teaching everybody, and we're gonna make sure nobody is left
behind.
You know, no stone is left unturned. So we're gonna all understand that, all right? So now I'm gonna go to James 1:1. So let's go back. You asked who he talking to in Peter.
Yes.
1 Peter 1:1. Peter, an apostle of Jesus Christ, to the strangers scattered up, Salakia, to the strangers scattered throughout Pontus, Galatia, Cappadocia, Asia, and Bithynia.
Hold on.
Yes.
Why did it not just say Peter to everybody on earth?
Well, because it's speaking to the people. Okay, first of all, you're combining the Old Testament, which is good.
Right.
Okay, we understand that God Almighty was the God of the chosen children of Israel in the Old Testament. He chose those people out of all the people in the world. God said, I'm going to be your God, you tribe of Israel. He said that. Now, but then you go into the New Testament, so now you're going under something. You're going under a new dispensation. Because the old,
Where's
let
the
me
verse
finish.
that says that, ma'am? Where's the verse
Where's
that
the
says
verse
that?
that says what?
That says you're going under a new dispensation. Where's that
Well,
verse?
I'll tell you what. The law changed from the Old Testament into the New. Going to the book of Hebrews chapter 7.
Can we read that?
Go check your book out.
Yes, ma'am. We will.
Go
I
to
wanna.
Hebrews
Can I read that?
chapter 7.
All right. I want to show you something.
Go to verse 5 and then let's look at verse 12.
No, I got you. But-
Salakia.
yo, check this out. So I want to show you something, ma'am.
I'm gonna let you show, but let's go there because you asked me.
No, I'm definitely going there. Hold on. Listen, I'm gonna show you something. This is Hebrews chapter 8, and I'm gonna show you
So
7.
let's go to 7 before you get to 7.
Ma'am,
before
ma'am,
you
ma'am.
get to-
I'm getting the exact verse you're looking for, though.
No, I'm not looking for. I'm asking you to
Okay.
go somewhere.
Okay. So what verse do you want me to go to?
Hebrews chapter 7, verse 5.
Okay.
Then 12.
Okay. So it says, and verily, they that are of the sons of Levi, who receive the office of priesthood, have a commandment to take tithes of the people according to the law.
According to the law.
Okay.
That was according to the law, and the law was up until Jesus came. Then go to 12. Go to verse 12.
Right. It says, for the priesthood being changed, there is made of necessity also a change of the law.
Change of the law. The Old Testament was under the Levitical priesthood, right?
Okay.
Jesus came from the tribe of Judah, right?
I'm giving you your chance. Go ahead.
Okay,
You good.
so Hebrew chapter 7 is a New Testament, and it's saying there's a change of the priesthood. No longer are they under the Levitical priesthood, which was under the, under the Aaronic priesthood. But when Jesus changed the priesthood, it changed from the Aaronic priesthood, which was Levi,
Right.
to the priesthood of Jesus,
Okay.
which is under the Melchizedek, the order of Melchizedek.
Okay. That's true.
Right?
All right. Now, I'm not disagreeing with none of that.
Okay.
But we are not in the new covenant right now.
Definitely we are, because Jesus came and changed the law.
All right, now let's read it. Let's get Hebrews 8 and 8, Jeremiah 31:31.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
We're going to show you. Now, I gave you your time. I'm going to be respectful, but I just want to show you this. So, this is what's going on, right? A lot of what you were saying is kind of true,
It's
And-
the written word.
and some of it is coming from an understanding that certain things have already happened. But you got to understand there's an order in the Bible. Everything must happen in the appropriate order. All right? So, let's see this. Book of Hebrews, chapter 8 and verse
I
8.
got it.
He
You
got it.
Jeremiah. Okay, I got Hebrews 8 and 8. This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 8 and verse 8. For finding fault with them, he saith, Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel
Northern Kingdom,
and with the house of Judah.
Southern Kingdom.
That's correct.
Now,
Okay,
where
hold on,
hold on, ma'am. I'll let you
Sisters,
speak. Hold on.
You gotta
Okay.
let us go.
Now, the Bible is telling me that the new covenant is for the house of Israel and the house of Judah. Now, let's see what happens when that new covenant comes in.
But hold
Jeremiah
on.
31:31.
Sister,
Hold on, ma'am. Hold on. Go ahead.
Sister.
Read it.
God, this is the
Hold
book
on,
of
wait.
Jeremiah.
Salaki.
We're going to let you
Salaki.
speak, but you got to listen to
Salaki.
us, though.
But listen to me, I've got questions. I don't have pencil and paper to write it down. I wait.
But here's the thing, you
but
came
let
over
me
here
go
with an
to eight.
understanding and you think you're gonna overtalk.
No.
We
I
can be
came with the
respectful.
understanding to
We
hear
let
what
you
he's
talk for
saying.
7 minutes and he didn't say a word.
didn't say a word.
So allow him to do the same thing we allowed
I
you
got
to
time
do.
for 7 minutes, but
He-
let me just
Hold on,
can you give me understanding of what you
I'm
just
trying.
said?
I'm trying. That's what I'm doing.
Don't go to another. Give
But
me
see, okay.
understanding of Hebrew 8.
All right.
What you just
So
read.
everybody
That's what
listen.
he's trying to
Everybody
do.
listen to this. This is how we've been taught to understand the Bible. Read a verse, make it mean whatever you want. But that's not how the Bible works. That verse is quoting. That verse is quoting
Yes, ma'am. You
another
have a good day.
verse.
I got Isaiah 28.
Right? The book of Hebrews is quoting another verse. Let's see what it's quoting. Read that.
I'll
Jeremiah
plug it.
31 and 31.
All right, come on. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 31 and
loud.
verse 31. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah.
Same exact words. But she said that the covenant, there's going to be a change in the law. Well, let's see. Keep reading.
Not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day that I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt,
Okay.
which my covenant they break, although I was an husband unto them, saith the Lord. But this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel. After those days, saith the Lord, I will put my law in their inward parts.
Uh-oh. Read that again.
After those days, saith the Lord, I will put my law in their inward parts.
You see the difference between the law, the difference between the old covenant and the new covenant is that the Lord don't have to teach you no more to keep the law. It's in your
all it
heart.
is.
It's in your inward part. And now you walking around here like Christ, you doing it willingly. Right? It's not a burden for us to walk around and put the fringes on. But every once in a while we slip up, right?
We do.
So that would prove that we don't have the law in our inward parts. I don't remember this all the time, right? Sometimes I be at home and I'm out the spirit. So I gotta get back into the spirit, man.
Just let that pass.
Kind. So there is, I will go so far as to say this. This is what our people believe. Our people believe that you can't learn nothing about the Bible unless you have the New Testament. Unless you got the books of Paul,
That's it.
Hebrews, and Ephesians, you can't figure out the Bible. That's not true. Moses came down and gave you the law. Psalms 19:7 says that the law of the Lord is perfect, converting the soul.
Right.
That's right.
So guess what? If the law of the Lord is perfect, that's all I ever needed. That's why every prophet always points me back to what?
The law.
The law.
First 5 books.
All right? So read that one more time and that's going to be it.
Come on. This is the book of Jeremiah 31 and verse
33.
33. But this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel. After those days, saith the Lord.
Well, all nations.
I will make with the house of Israel. After those days, saith the Lord.
All right?
I will put my law in their inward parts and write in their hearts, and will be their God, and they shall be my people.
It don't say everybody on earth going to be my people.
Right.
It says they shall be my people. All right? Shalom.